single time. Meepo has ways to play around this, but if it does get to the super chaotic late games, I just think Earthshaker just wins 90% of the games.
Sure, it's just with so much done, so much damage that it can be quite obnoxious.
But I will say, Heroic has so much comfort, right? Like, I actually look at these heroes, and I know Schofield for so long. Clockwork is like one of his favorite heroes. He gets to play it. He's super obnoxious on this hero. He's playing versus Earthshaker and Bane. Traditionally, two heroes that Clockwork is very good against, just to be able to disrupt the animations, trade very good, interrupt spells. And yeah, across the board too. Analog, very comfortable on this. There's so many signature heroes. We're in for a treat.
Smoke on smoke here to start things off.
I'm glad me and you get a bit of a different thing too. I think we started to get a lot of similarity of heroes in a lot of our games. Now we get a Pudge and a Meepo, so.
I mean, especially after we just kind of went through, what, 3 hours of like
3 hours
one series. So nice to see it kind of freshen up a little bit coming into this series here between Heroic and Yakutou.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see how it all goes down. So the Undying, I'm glad they mentioned this a bunch about Undying versus the Pudge. It's one of the more annoying things to play Pudge versus. The zombies block your hook, you're losing your strength. It can be very annoying unless you get very early advantage versus the Undying.
I'm gonna cut your throat there.
So let's see what we do get down here. And we did see a bit of a pivot, a change, of course, from the side of Heroic. Picking up this Meepo as the last pick as the carry is really kind of clever, right? They have the Nature's Prophet, the Lycan gets picked to counter it, and then they just make it a 5 position. Because we did see in that last game, talking about that last series, right? How much they were able to do with this Lycan. He had a free lane versus Nature's Prophet.
And what do you make about the choice from Yakutou to go with the carry DK as that last pick in response?
That one, I'm not sure. I think maybe... I don't have an exact reasoning that I can actually look for why they did perhaps want it. But it's just maybe something that he really likes to play. I know he does like to play it quite a lot, so... Their lineup overall does look strong. You know, that is the thing. It's, yes, this is a Meepo pick that can take over games, but overall, Yakut's draft is very safe in terms of this current meta.
I'll see how they can come out of the lanes. I mean, mid-matchup, what do you make of that one with the Monkey King versus the Shaker?
Should be kind of even, but maybe Emo can do some funny stuff here. It does look like, especially in the first waves, he's having a really good time, but it'll get better for Analog very quickly.
Yeah, after sort of having a couple of points, the Jingu should be able to trade pretty nicely back with Emo and at least stay self-sustained in the lane.
Like first 2 levels, maybe you could see Emo pull away. I don't think like this much. This is actually pretty crazy by Emo right now, but once level 3 hits, Analog should have a very good time. Yeah, big deal, Emo.
And we're seeing pretty solid starts on all 3 lanes in this, just in these first few waves from Yakutou.
Meepo struggling a little bit to trade effectively versus the Bane plus the Lycan. And top, this should be free farm, right? Fly should not really be touched up here versus a Clockwork Pudge when he has an Undying next to him. So that's probably the other thing too why he wanted it. Besides just liking the hero, he's probably like, I am going to be completely free in this game.
See over in the river.
That's an early move.
Trying to make this play for Emo. So he can get out of this. They've got the Boundless down upon him into the Sprout. They've got him caught. Sets up there for Analog to find first blood.
Power of the 5 NP. Sometimes just don't expect that, and I don't think he did.
Nice little snipe as well. Top there from Schofield. Gets behind the tower. Takes out Fly's courier. Had his boots on.
I mean, Analog did, I don't say need that rotation, right? But it was something that was a pretty good timing for, because I was 11-6 on Emo already to only 4 last hits of the Monkey King. So good timing for that move to come in.
Top lane. Tombstone down.
That would be so surprising if they could go for Fly, but... Schofield will be able to protect the Lotus.
He's going to get chased down a little bit here by Ollie.
Turns and kills the zombie quickly. He's speedy. He's got the boots on the Clockwork.
And Ollie, no mana left to play with. Does have a Blood Grenade, but wouldn't have been enough to try and commit for the kills. So he's going to have to let Schofield run.
Never chase Schofield. The rule of the law. The law of the land. He's always just messing with you. Analog. He's trading with him.
A lot of damage indeed. The Shaker can still kick back out, despite the fact that the Monkey King does have this lifesteal.
Yeah. And now, I mean, Analog has to be pretty careful here at this next point. Unless he can build up Jingu stacks, the next combo might actually be able to bring him down. Baboka playing in the area to ensure that there's going to be at least one of the refills. Not letting that Nature's Prophet TP in. I say that. Okay, Jay.
Just coming in a bit too late as well with that.
Yeah.
Doesn't follow up.
Baboka tries to get in range of the sleep, but he cannot. Bottom looking to get a bit aggressive since he does get left alone here on Beyond.
I mean, they've got the catch here. Trying with the body blocks as well. Sprout won't completely block off his escape, so Beyond will be fine.
Yumo will get a courier at the least. That Sprout kind of pushed Yumo.
But that Schofield, he just got Fly's courier again. So again, the boots, and this time I believe the gloves of haste as well, or at least about strength, taken out. So Schofield being quite the nuisance here for the safe lane. DK, he's just not letting him get his items.
Just Schofield things. This tends to be how he plays. They shouldn't lose it again. Come on, you got to know he's got that ward back there now.
Getting a courier now 2 times as the carry in the safe lane feels pretty bad.
Okay, pops the glyph to keep the wave alive. Emo. We'll lose out on a range creep because of that. But Analog is starting to get back to business. 19 and 11 to the 18 and 7 now, so does have that advantage over Emo. Just Whisper goes for a hook up top.
It's a pretty nice hook. It's just level 1, so only the cogs.
Yeah.
Not a chance for try for the kill completely.
Something about Schofield just always cracks me up. He just throws the blood grenade from the side. It's like, yeah, if he had some levels, perhaps they can try to go for it there, but not the case right now. We'll hook the catapults. Whisper is doing, in terms of last hits, he's doing better than I thought this lane was going to be.
Yeah, they're coming out of this. If you consider sort of how the first kind of 2-3 minutes of this game are going, those little moves and plays from Heroic have now got all 3 cores pretty much in prime position out of these lanes.
I mean, like you said though, the 2 courier snipes, right? These things are pretty massive. If you're able to just have your items coming out while the other core is not,
I mean, he's got
trade.
The courier's back up, and he's got the full treads coming out. So this time, Fly should be a little more careful with the courier.
So Yuma's doing what I see most meepos do lately, is you get very early involved.
They're going to try and start things onto Fly. Yuma coming in with the wraparound. He's going to miss the initial opening, but still. Fly taking a lot here. This one will connect. They're in on top with the rock. Hook as well onto Baboka. That's Fly dead. Baboka as well. Unlikely to run from this. So, indeed, the timings here from Heroic with these early moves looking pretty impressive.
Get Whisper the strength as well. He gets in range. Nice move. Their lineup is about creating chaos. Their lineup and their overall just team is about creating chaos with Schofield always. But yeah, this one, 6 minutes in, great rotation coming in. Fly comes back up.
No, not again!
I cannot.
Yeah, but his courier just got killed again, and now he might be in trouble.
That's his whole treads.
Yeah.
And his soul ring.
3 times. He couldn't get the boots out. He couldn't get the boots and the belt out, and now he can't get the full treads out.
He was in the base.
Dying.
But he was in the base.
Yeah, but his courier was like halfway between the lanes. So he got a bit greedy. He was like, okay, I'll keep the courier out and wait until I get out there. But it's gone again.
Analog.
Big boundless down on the 2 of them. But Baboka will be able to get away. Analog, he's got Wukon's command down. Still though, Beyond was able to get the pick up of the Shrine of Wisdom.
And they can't go for Emo. But chaos is happening, for sure. The courier somehow dead 3 times. All of his gold, literally over like 1,000 gold, like 1,600
I mean, that's he's pretty much playing with the lowest net worth of the game right now. Effectively, right?
He has
Fly on the carry.
Entire treads.
It's getting sniped. 3 times.
Unreal. Schofield making magic happen. Schofield gets another courier. Not the DK courier, but another courier.
They've got the Fisher here, so this time they'll be able to punish Whisper.
Emo doesn't bother for Schofield. He knows better. 3-2, 2K lead. It was actually a 3K lead for a moment there that they were able to get. Some really cool early moves that we see coming out from Heroic, and even pressuring the bottom tower. I mean, Yuma is all over the place.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
This time, I'm watching that courier.
I'm watching the courier.
It's back up.
Look at it where it's going.
Take the safest route. Unfortunately, there's nobody around. So this time it should be safe. Ema has to drop the echo. Ema had to drop the echo to try and run there.
Okay, he lives. Did you see what, like, everything that this courier has? Gloves of haste, treads, and the gauntlet. That has to be one of the more wealthy couriers pre-10 minutes.
And it's going to make it. There we go. There we go. Successful delivery. Few days late, but it gets there.
Sounds like my luggage.
Yep. Heroic. 3K lead. Yakutou, what's the plan?
They're still getting timings. The rotations have absolutely worked here for Heroic. These small, clever moves here from the Meepo. And Emo is honestly suffering a lot now in this early game because he tried to make the move bottom. Sure, he ended up getting the Shrine of Wisdom, but hasn't gotten any kills really in terms of the core one. I got Whisper top, but yeah, didn't get the last hit. He's bottom of the course by a good chunk here.
Now his tower's gone, pretty much. I won't be putting any effort into holding this.
Hey, Whisper is way more farm than I honestly expected him to be. But yeah, sniping the couriers, getting a couple of these extra hooks and rotations. Heroic. Some very clever moves coming in here. And Analog, he's gonna go the build that he likes to go. This is like Analog in a nutshell. He likes the corrosion always, and then he almost, I feel like most of the time, just goes for this Deso. He likes having that hard damage.
Yeah, I like it. Helps with taking the objectives, and of course you've got some decent right click as well coming out from your carry Meepo, so if you're able to get that minus armor down on the target, Meepo will shred them.
Good to clear versus Lycan in his summon, right? If you run in, can absolutely just get shredded versus that too, so if he does get it early. But I do like the point about the buildings. I think that's actually really important.
Down the mid. Schofield has got the catch onto Emo. It's a dead Shaker.
This is the Schofield specialty. He sees a Bane, he sees an Earthshaker. He's going to follow them around with these Clockworks.
I mean, that's probably kind of the dream two heroes to play Clock against, right? Is there any other hero that you'd imagine the Clock players would say, I'd like to play against more? Shaker and Bane have to be up there, right?
It used to be Jakiro and Brewmaster after, but they changed them. Jakiro spellcast is faster, and Brewmaster now can use the Void Stance to use it to get his ulti off. So those are literally the 4 ones that were the nightmare to play against if you saw Clockwork. You know, yeah. Push, commencing bottom. Beyond does have the Dominator finished up. Whisper is here, though.
Was a nice hook. Hit the ults off. They've got enough control. Continue with the nets to try and break him out with the Nightmare. It's enough to maybe get the potential to turn up, but King Jungles comes in with the TP, Sprout onto Baboka. They take out the Tombstone. And now they have to run Yakutou, but they're not going to get the chance. Schofield gets the cogs down onto the 2 of them, both supports. Caught and killed.
Rogue is playing this early game beautifully. Love the way that they're just looking for every single one of the fights. They know their strength. They have no fear of the Tombstone, honestly. It was doing nothing. Like, in some of these games, Tombstone can be very devastating. They just turn and kill it in a second when Meepo wants to.
And it does feel like the snowball potential of Heroic's lineup's pretty strong, right?
It's massive.
If they start taking over the map and running around, continuing to cause the chaos that they love to do so, it's going to be pretty hard to slow them down.
No, for sure. Especially with like Nature's Prophet who can show up anywhere early on. He's going for Vessel, which is super good this game versus the DK, versus the Earthshaker. And I like what you pointed out earlier. The Deso is not just going to be good in terms for fighting, but for pushing the envelope early on.
Whisper. Always going to try.
All 3 tier 1s claimed this early versus the Lycan DK draft. That's pretty impressive,
they yet to get one themselves.
It's actually pretty cool. They've been able to do that, put so much pressure in these first 12 minutes that...
Yes, just super fast timings on the Meepo. Defusal now online for Yuma on top of the Dragon Lance 12 minutes in. So great stats and great offensive potential here.
Can't believe how fast he got the Defusal finished up. I feel like he just got the Lance out. Whisper. Body blocks. Schofield?
Gonna get the setup. I'll drop the Tombstone. They'll kill Whisper off with this. Schofield should be fine, and the rest of them will get away.
4-man rotation and a Tombstone. Space for Yuma. Yeah, this Meepo pick is just, it is looking so good in this early game. Of course, for the later stages, perhaps there might be some type of answers, but really liking the answer. Versus the Lycan as well, too, right? Just seeing the continuous roots, the Earthbinds coming out. It's really annoying.
A long set of sort of lockdown. I mean, as we saw in that last fight, they kind of have the Nightmare just maybe allow him to get out of one, disrupt sort of the second one coming in, but...
There's 3 roots, like 3 of them,
There's so
right?
many coming out
already.
But they're definitely going to have some sort of duration to be able to control them.
I like how Schofield is also just still level 5, but I feel like he's having the highest impact out of almost any of the Clockworks I've seen in this tournament in the first 13 minutes. He's making so much happen. He's got a point booster. Doesn't have his ulti yet, and he's already thinking about the long term. This is his specialty, though. Smoke toward top. Emo still doesn't have Blink. This is one of the slower ones.
Radiant are scanning.
Looks like they won't get the connection on the gank either. The Wolves didn't scout them out.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Maybe here, Whisper.
The Fisher. And the Nightmare as well into the grip. Scofiel's going to try and head over to help out, but the Echo slams in onto the two of them. They'll be able to burn Whisper down pretty low. Whisper actually still gets the dismember off. He finally falls, but not before he's able to help them take down Ollie. Bound the stroke from Analog down on a Fly. Emo will block them off with the Fisher.
Fly.
Chase is going to continue. Primal spring in from Analog, catches onto Baboka, and now they can turn us around Fly with the Meepos coming in from Yuma. That's the carry dead. Fly falls.
Analog is still here too. He has the Jingu stacks. Beyond joins in. Looks like they'll just avoid him. They do get 3 kills, but it's a 3-for-3 trade.
And it is their carry dying.
Yeah,
and of course, Heroics,
Meepo.
Yuma surviving.
Meepo is smiling. This hero is actually very good at killing Dominator too.
Yeah, you can lock it down. You
just
can have
hold
the
it down
damage
and
with a
kill
couple
it
of the
super
Meepos.
fast. Yeah. He stonks on the Meepo. We've been talking about Meepo so much in the green room, so that's why Stormstormer was so excited, of course, when it did get picked up, because we've really been like, there's not that many people that are going to pick it. If anyone is, it's going to be Yuma.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, there's a few Meepo players here, right?
There is. I think there's 3 or 4 at least.
That we know. Maybe there's
maybe
there's some secret Meepo players that have been practicing it.
True.
I'm ready to sort of bring it out.
But Grandmaster, I think Yuma might... Actually, I don't know if he's the only one. Either way, whatever. Looking very good so far in this early game. And yeah, this has to be one of the slower Blink Daggers I see coming out for the Earthshaker. Emo, he's not going to have that one. I mean, he's going to have it finished now, but 15 minutes? I think we saw a pre-10-minute Blink from Malrine earlier. Very slowed down. Yeah, 4 minutes slower than the average. So.
See with these kills that Whisper's getting involved in, he is very close.
He has it done.
To having the Ags, yeah. That's going to be a fast timing from him.
And he's playing versus the DK too. It's very valuable. That's crazy how fast he's gotten it, actually. That top lane went so much better than I could have anticipated. Overlord is finished. Getting this push going on the mid tower. But it's immediately answered. 7K lead, Heroic. Just feel that much more ready for the fights in particular.
Yeah, just big timings here. With both this Deso, Monkey King, Aghanims, Pudge.
Vessel even on the Nature's Prophet. Almost a shard on the Nature's Prophet too. They have a lot of farm, Owen.
I mean, these Echo Slams from Emo have to be pretty crazy.
The
The Wolf is there to scout, but there's a Sentry Ward. So Heroic very on top of things at the moment. KJ even looks scouting with the Courier, so he's like, yeah, they're smoked over here. So a great read from the Nature's Prophet. But the tower will fall, so they do get themselves that objective.
Yuma just continuing to get all the space that he could hope for.
He's almost got the Aghanims. Damage is going to be a problem. Damage will absolutely be a problem when he's got this Ags. I actually don't know how they're going to be able to take him out.
It's tough. As I said, it's got to be a perfect Echo, and even with that, it's not going to be easy. If they don't have that, I don't know how they beat this Meepo in a head-to-head team fight.
No, and it's not just him, right? These other 2 cores are incredibly farmed at this point, too, so they're very problematic. Mjolnir is finished up. Fly does have that damage item, but he's very vulnerable in the fight still. If they can get on top of him, they do have so much damage. The wraparound coming in, Whisper.
He's looking for the angle.
Oh.
And Baboka has got the sleep, but Schofield's in. No escape for the Bane.
More strength. Halfway to Aghanims now for Schofield. And yeah, here comes that delivery. And it comes around with an amp damage. You can maybe leave that one for Analog if you'd like to. Are they going to potentially go for Roche with this? I think they will. Yeah, with the Deso, with amp damage, with the Meepo.
I mean, they know that Yakutou's probably not going to be challenging this.
Nope. It's just unexpected, too, to do it this early. Usually pre-20 minutes. Not too often you do see it anymore. And they can't do anything about it. Snowball is absolutely getting there for Heroic.
And with the Ags on Meepo, and the Aegis and close to the Shard,
They can take over map.
they could kind of just barrel down the lane.
Yeah. I mean, they could at least take the tier 2s and look to maybe contest Wisdom in particular, because now their power spike is tremendous. Maybe wait for Shard, because the Shard is also pretty huge, but... Yeah, looks like they're making the shift down bottom. I think that is going to be the call, because if they can control this whole bottom right side... Or do they want to set up for Tormentor? It's one of the two. Maybe they can do the Tormentor first and then go for the setup on that far right side if they'd like to.
Oh, the smoke up. See if they do catch anyone out alone.
They do have vision right now. That ward all the way north did see Baboka again.
Now Whisper has that blink up again in 5 seconds.
Ooh, they're walking toward... looks like swinging toward mid lane, perhaps.
I mean, yeah, they want to get one of these bigger targets.
They just want to fight, pretty much.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Emo.
attack. Scanning.
Scan does connect. He wants the rune.
Oh, he's out. Whisper, can he find a hook? Not going to get the chance.
Very aggressive plays, though, coming in. See Heroic just really wanting to find anybody here. Beyond, in the meantime, does get a decent amount of damage onto the mid tower, but... Okay, doesn't pick up the dominator. Ooh.
Finds catch in the trees.
It's a rough game to play the Undying. At least he comes back to life immediately. Fly.
Be another one here for Heroic. They get the jump here into the Dismember. Sleep does come out to put a stop to it. Send the summons in onto King Jungles, but Yuma's able to quickly dispose of those. And Fly lucky to live.
Only just. Analog. Looking to try to go for more here. Looks like they will be able to take away that Shrine of Wisdom, so this is what they prioritized.
Shutting down just any of the ways that Yakutou could try and get back in on this one.
Yeah, just ruining their resources, ruining their map. Fly still a long ways away from BKB too to be able to feel any pretty much safe to join into these fights versus Meepo. Schofield, that's 3 components now. So he's got Max Rocket and getting closer and closer toward that Aghanims. Beyond is going to be... he's actually going to go for it. Should be able to do so since he's got the OP creep. We'll be able to take that out. Base armor reduction, 50%.
Can they catch him in time?
Ooh. Very nice sneak, though. I mean, one of the better plays I think we've seen from Yakut this game so far. At least just being able to go for that sneak play from Beyond.
And Yuma wants to get the creep. We'll get it. Plus 250.
Catch. Boca.
Getting in the Sprout. Emo has managed to get on top of King Jungles. He'll drop the Echo. Really wants this Nature's Prophet dead. They'll get it. As the Tombstone dropped as well for this fight, and they're not going to get anything more.
No Echo now for 110 seconds. You used it on the 5 position, but you got to kill it at least. That does mean for these next few moments, Heroic might feel pretty free to pressure these tier 2s, and that's exactly the case. Yuma instantly starts hitting the tier 2 top. He's just tanking it. He's going right through it. He knows that Echo Slam was used, so there's no threat versus him. He also still has Aegis, of course, too, but...
And he just heals up with the shard.
Yep. He's going to take the entire tier 2 by himself.
Yakutou just not in any sort of shape to fight.
Nope.
It's Heroic. Continues to maintain control of pretty much the majority of the map. Look for further tier 2s. Whisper's going to go for the Crimson Guard next after the Aghanims blink.
Still no Deso stacks for
the
Analog,
hook.
but Whisper.
Is anyone going to try and help him? Probably not.
I thought Analog was going to jump up to at least get a Deso stack, right? To at least throw the boundless, but no, Whisper just gets the kill. He's been sneaking. I think that's what I've been seeing, which is interesting actually from Analog, is he's just not showing himself on the map. He's always in mischief form. He's always just running around and looking for plays.
Can they get an angle to stop this? They can't. Whisper not quite able to get in range.
It's just insane map pressure, right? Anyone shows, they get gone on from the side of Heroic so far here. Flyfi is he's getting some good space to farm. He's got his BKB finished, but it's just the other two, again, falling further and further behind. They're gonna smoke. So with this BKB, Echo Slam back up in 5 seconds also. Let's see what they get.
I mean, it is a lot. So if they manage to sort of jump the Monkey King or the Meepo or the Pudge whilst they're alone, as long as they got the Elder Dragon form with this Mjolnir, they should have a chance of killing if they catch them solo.
You have to 100-0 the Meepo though. If he gets the dig off, things are gonna, or the Mega Meepo, things could be pretty disastrous pretty quickly. Schofield, he'll be the one to catch it.
Yeah, they'll take that on the side of Heroic. They don't mind losing a support.
Never mind losing Schofield.
Yeah, Yakutou, I needed something more than that.
Schofield spent his gold there before he died too. He actually has the Aghanims finished at 24 minutes in. That's pretty crazy that he's been able to get that this early.
Yakutou, see how much they want to do down here if they want to try and pressure the tier 2.
Looks like they're just gonna finish off Beyond's BKB first. Probably wanted to get a bigger type of kill. That is a very loud taunt. Baboka shows himself in mid. That is dangerous.
Yuma. Just be a bit careful. Their TPs are coming in. They got the Fiend's grip on towards him.
Yuma, no backup.
They've got him.
He just gets full gripped.
Well, Sea King Jungle's able to get Baboka in return, but it's also going to cost him his life.
Oh my god, but Baboka with the bait. I thought Yuma would be able to play out of it, but not the case. He has no one near him. 50 seconds, he's gone. And they chase for another. I mean, Whisper. They do see him.
He's got Analog heading over to join with him. Now going to continue this chase.
Okay.
Analog's closing in.
Looks like they're deciding if they want to go or not anymore, but it looks like not. BKB finished up for Analog. That was a pretty huge kill. Taking out Yuma, he's level 18, so they get a fair bit of XP when they do bring him down as well.
I probably won't be going for those sort of support kills under the tier 2 solo anytime soon. Analog. Boundless strike to lead in onto Beyond. Well, King Jungle's ready to shut down the escape from the side. He has to put the BKB here Beyond, but the hook into the Dismember comes into play. Still though, the grip there, buying a little bit of time for Beyond to run away from the Soul Repeal coming in as well. Beyond will live.
BKB's forced. Flyfly also used his.
Emo back in with a jump. The Cogs split the two of them. Analog, he'll lay down or think about laying down the Wukong's command. Fisher catches onto the two of them. Emo steps back forward and is able to slap down Schofield with the Enchant Totem.
Yuma coming in from the south side.
Analog's kind of dying within his own Wukong's command into the summons. The neutral creep, in fact, finishes him off. Whisper, here's the hook on towards Emo. Yuma should have a good chance of cleaning up this fight now, though.
It lasted way too long. Yuma. He literally runs all the way up and joins his team, and he gets the 2 big cleanup kills.
If they don't get the jump on this Meepo, the Meepo, still with the lead that he has a pretty easy time cleaning up the place.
And super, I mean, fortunate for Analog, of course, but very unlucky for Yakutou.
And another one.
The neutral creep gets Analog, and Beyond will also die. Oh, that ended it disastrously for Yakutou.
They have to find the jump. If they're not getting the jump themselves, these sort of team fights where heroes are coming in one by one feel like they're really going to favor the lineup of Yakutou when you consider the lead that Heroic's heroes have.
Look how long it takes, right? Meepo's still respawning. 5 seconds until he's up, and then he makes it all the way to join his team because of how long this all goes down. The BKBs were forced very defensively, right? You see Beyond has to use BKB and just run, and then Flyfly also has to BKB and just kind of run away rather than be able to stand his ground.
I'm back in action. Another one for Heroic as Ollie's caught.
Pickoff after pickoff after pickoff, 20-11. Emo showing down bottom.
Try and come in with a sleep save.
The Rockets.
I mean, now Baboka and Flyfly are in potential trouble as well. Flyfly has to put the BKB to run. As Baboka will for the hook shots up. Schofield It's going to catch him. The BKB coming to an end. They've got the Wukong's command and the boundless strike down upon him as they move in up towards the tier 3 to take him out. That's Fly gone.
Heroic is playing this so well now.
So hard to take these skirmishes against them.
I just love how aggressive they are, right? They never have stopped really making moves. Yes, it punished Yuma a little bit in the mid lane that one time, but an instant move down toward bottom. Relentless aggression paying off, and yeah, I like their itemization. Honestly, the Vessel super early on KJ, it's the standard, but it's very good this game.
Emo's starting to really fall behind now.
He's had such a rough game. Hasn't been able to find a big connection echo onto almost any cores, really. And the plan overall too, right? The Undying plan didn't work out either, right? The Undying to counter the Pudge in the lane just wasn't the case either too, so.
Yeah, Whisper still had a pretty good time up there.
Yeah, Heroic have just done phenomenal. 16,000 lead pre-30 minutes. Rosh, it's back up. Now it's getting to the point where does Yakult have damage? They're gonna start running into some big time damage issues. Even if they can catch an initial go.
Right. I can back off and go for that next Rosh.
Yep.
Yakutou almost certainly going to have to try and contest it.
Oh, that's going to be a really tough fight. King Jungles, KJ has a full Aghanims actually finished up too, so that Wrath of Nature, it's going to be very annoying. 3-second extra disable on top of everything too, and they only have, I mean, they have 2 BKBs, but the Usher heroes are going to be totally stuck. Hey, Rosh, shifting.
Yakutou have to come out with this one on top. If they don't, could be close to game over with how much of a lead Heroic will have.
They saw the smoke though, right? They had the Wolves right on top of them. But that doesn't change anything.
Whisper, he's in. He's going to make the jump over towards Beyond. So we get the BKB and the ult off. Yuma focuses the Tombstone. Takes it out immediately. Dragonform has been used. Whisper gets a good hook. It's straight in onto Baboka. That's the Bane out of the fight. And now Yuma's got the space to move in and jump forward here with the help of Analog. Committing in with the BKB. Closes in onto Fly. Fly has to put the BKB. The Wukong's command comes out. They've got to run, but the hook shot's in from Schofield. Catching onto Fly. They've just got to try and just scramble out of it, but they're not getting the chance, Yakutou, as Fly's caught. The Dismember's in onto Beyond. They just cannot fight against Heroic right now at all.
They're too comfortable with this lineup. Honestly, Whisper Pudge absolutely owning again like he did in the last time that I saw him play. Last time he didn't die. This one he's had a couple, but yeah, landing majority of the hooks. Baboka perhaps slightly out of position there too, stepping pretty far forward. Just
getting hooked.
Yeah. But good priority of how they take these fights, right? Tombstone, it gets dropped, instantly dies. Schofield is landing hook shots on BKB targets over and over again. This game is pretty out of control.
Heroic looking good in.
Yeah.
And in their very own style as well.
I think that's what they just have to do, right? I think this team just has to follow their styles. Don't try to copy the metas too much, because they look best when they're playing these styles. And, I mean, Schofield is playing a pub. Octarine Aghanims for the Clockwork is almost done. It is a ton of damage when you get this build. The constant rockets that you throw with the overclock it's pretty absurd, but not something you see every day.
Oh, we've seen in these fights already, right? Both teams are just having to use so much to just try and kill one of these supports.
Yep.
They're both pretty annoying. Now, King Jungle's on the Nature's Prophet and Schofield on the Clockwork.
They're not even really supports at this point, right?
Yeah,
they're same net with the
stepping up. Yeah. Heroic now with his 4 minutes of Aegis. Could very much look to go for more. Yakutou definitely feeling pretty desperate right now.
I think they're all just hugging each other. Look at this. 4 heroes following the DK.
Oh, Yuma's in. Getting aggressive here, trying to get rid of the creep at least.
But he's fine. Mega Meepo, dig to dodge the stun.
And now they can maybe look for some kills here. Holy, we'll get the force off to the side, but Whisper jumps forward. He's able to get the Dismembering onto Fly. Will be put to a stop by this Fiend script. That's just going to give the chance for Yuma to freely jump over to Baboka, help kill off the Bane.
Schofield looking for a target. Doesn't have any vision though, can't jump into the base. buyback from Ollie. Yuma's just way too threatening.
Has fallen.
They'll back up. They'll wait till they go to the high ground. They still do have Aegis though for 3 minutes, so might actually look if they can catch anybody and just go for it at any moment.
Mambo, mambo, kumachi, mambo.
Heroic. Ready for the angle here top of Whisper.
Whisper
Finds him, he's trying. Throwing out these hooks.
Here comes that push. Yuma is ready. Buildings die so fast.
There's the jump,
He's
Yuma.
just in.
He's ready to go for it. He feels no fear right now. Diving up to the tier 4s. Hook from Whisper comes in. Will force out the BKB from beyond.
5,000 HP Meepo.
I mean, they can barely touch him.
And he just walks away. Something about that with the zombies looks really funny. The zombies chasing the Mega Meepo. Full Bloodthorn.
Oh, they're ready to go back in again. Still 2
Yeah.
minutes of Aegis.
At a moment's notice, they could just jump in.
Smoke up here.
Mambo.
Whisper leading the way. He's ready to get in. Looks for
Emo.
the hook. He finds it. That's Emo gone.
And he used the Echo as
He
he's
did.
going down.
A moment of panic there for the Shaker.
Hey, he's had a rough one. Beyond. We'll be able to TP away. Fly's ult is about to end, and they might just jump him anyway. Heroic ready to close this one out.
They certainly are. Whisper finds the hook on Ollie. Quick force gets Ollie back to safety. Pine's being thrown out though to hold them back, and Whisper's ready to move in with the BKB. Finds his target in with the dismember straight away. On towards Baboka. Baboka will be able to get the heal off of the brain sap, but the boundless strike comes in. He's out. We'll buy back, but no buyback available on either Ollie or Emo. As Heroic taking multiple sets of barracks here now, pushing in on both the mid and the bottom.
Surely they're gonna call this.
It's been a rough one here in this game one for Yakutou.
Maybe just discussing what all went wrong at this point. It's likely to just be those Megas. But man, how do you identify what went wrong? So
Whisper's hit.
much did go wrong. Whisper.
Alright, Meta. Put a stop to the dismember. But the space is there for the top set to be taken. The Mega Creeps to come out now. Here in favor of Heroic.
What a beautiful game from Heroic. Yuma looking to close it up, going for tier 4s. Back to the Mega Meepo.
They really have made this one look pretty easy.
Yeah.
A rather one-sided game here to start this series.
And with their flair, that's what I love. With the Pudge Clockwork off lane. Absolutely owning it.
I mean, because what do you do after a game like this? Are you banning the Pudge? Are you banning the Meepo? Are you
The Meepo
changing your
definitely-
draft so these heroes can't be picked against you?
Well, step one, don't get your courier killed 4 times, so you lose treads plus gloves of haste in the laning phase. But besides that, yeah, you might have to think about Meepo and a few other things.
And Yuma's in. Ready to continue to pad up the stats here. As Whisper jumps in, gets the grab onto Baboka, making sure that this Bane ain't going to be saving anyone.
GG.
As they've finally had enough, they'll tap out. GG is called. Heroic. Absolutely crushing Yakutou in this game one.
One of the bigger shellackings that we've had, at least, that me and you got to cover. One of the faster games, too, usually where you saw 70-minuters, a 37-minute game that felt like it was over for the last 10 to 15 minutes. Dominant